Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and welcome back to another rankings video. So it has been a couple of years since I last ranked all the Sims 4's packs together. I did do a video back in December where I ranked my top 10 expansion packs for Sims 4 because, haha, there's exactly 10 of them at the time of recording this video. But this one is going to include the expansion packs, the game packs, the stuff packs, and also the recently introduced kits. So this is on Tier Maker once again. I will leave a link to this tier list in the video description below. And this one is made by my good friend Spring Sims. I'm sure you've heard of him already. He was on the Sims Spark, and overall, he's just a generally really cool, humble guy. So yeah, he's even started a podcast pretty recently. I listened to the episode with Little Simsy, and it was, yeah, it was a good video. But yeah, we're going to be going through all of these. So many packs. Even the base game's on here, which I'm not really sure why, but yeah. I guess I'll put it at need it because you basically need it for the other stuff, and I just feel weird about the idea of placing the base game below packs potentially. And I will say, these are my personal opinions, so I'm not trying to say this is the general opinion of everyone on the Sims community and that sort of thing. So some of my opinions are pretty safe, but I also have some pretty hot takes. Yeah, the first one's gonna come up fairly soon, but get to work, I'm gonna put under meh. This was the first expansion pack for The Sims 4, but I still feel like it hasn't aged all too well. I think the part that I use the most is the retail store, but even that I haven't done in a while. The active careers, I like active careers, but I just haven't played those particular ones in a long time. I have played with the acting career recently, but yeah, those ones I haven't. And the aliens, I'm so disappointed in how they were done. I like them so much better in The Sims 3. And I really wish Sixim could have been a full-on world, because there's like that city backdrop that's teasing us. It's like, what is there? We'll never know, I guess. I even did that ambient ASMR video on that fairly recently. I just feel like they tried to do a little bit too much, and they just were like, they ran out of time or something, or if they had more time, maybe they could have still done this $40 expansion pack with the features more fully realized, but yeah, it's really unfortunate how this pack is aged. Get together, I'm also going to put under meh. See, there we go, that's my first hot take. It's a hot take now, but it was not back when this first was coming out, because I don't know, it just it doesn't feel like a pack that most of us asked for. The clubs I don't really use all that often. I guess they're kind of cool sometimes, but it's just using existing gameplay but in a slightly different way. And the things that I do like about it are Windenburg and some of the activity objects like the diving platform, the foosball table, the arcade machine, and the don't wake the llama table returning from The Sims 2 free time. So I wouldn't say I can live without it, but yeah, I would put it at a meh. City living, I think I would put it at probably good. I feel like saying love it would be a bit of an overstatement for me, but I feel like it's a pretty mixed bag overall, but still more towards good because we have apartments, but they're very limited. You can't even place them in other worlds. They're just stuck in those shell buildings. Even though that was also the case in The Sims 3, at least you could still place those shell buildings in other worlds too, but not the case. You have to live in San Myshuno or Eco Lifestyle now too, but yeah, it's pretty limiting. The elevators are just glorified teleporters. The talking toilet, the infamous talking toilet. But I love the karaoke. The singing skill's pretty good. I just hope maybe it'll be better utilized in a band's game pack eventually. What else? The festival's idea is kind of cool, but they're always the same. Like, they don't really change much. I feel like I'm missing something. Well, I guess the lot traits introduction was kind of neat, even though I feel like there could be more interesting lot traits. But I love the Quake Zone one. Yeah, gosh. Oh, the careers. Yes, the careers are really good. Yeah, that's definitely one of the best features of this expansion pack, in my opinion. That's when they started doing, like, the hybrid sort of careers where you can work from home or you can just go to the rabbit hole. But, yeah, I would say it's good, but it isn't, like, love it or need it. But cats and dogs, though, I would say I need it for sure, because even though I do wish the pack had been better, it just feels weird playing The Sims without pets. That's just how it is for me. So There's that, and also Brindleton Bay, which came with this pack, is my favorite world in the game. I relate to it a lot, and I just feel like that world was pretty well crafted. Even though that was kind of the start of us getting smaller worlds, it was still pretty good. I just really need us to be able to swim in that water in Cavalier Cove. But yeah, I would still say I need it. I really do wish we had my first pet stuff and some other small critters like birds and rabbits and ferrets and turtles and snakes and all that stuff like in the previous Pets expansions for The Sims, but yeah, I would still say I need it. Seasons also definitely need it for similar reasons, because both the Pets and Seasons expansions tend to like affect the core game a lot and refresh it and makes the game feel so much more realistic. I also love the calendars feature. That's one of my favorite things about the pack that makes it feel more worth it doing an expansion again for it instead of it just being all in the base game. Even though in a perfect world, yes, it would be great if seasons were just included from the start. But the holidays too, I really love being able to make our own holidays instead of just being restricted to the pre-made ones. It's a lot more inclusive that way. And some of the miscellaneous stuff is cool too, like Patchy and the beekeeping box. Get Famous. This is a tough one because I actually really, I guess I would say, I mean, I love this expansion pack. I don't know if I would say I need it, but I definitely love it. Yeah, Del Sol Valley is really underwhelming. It should have been way bigger considering it's based off of a big city, Los Angeles, but still, it's like, yeah, there's so much set dressing. I'm like, I wish I could play in these houses. But the acting career, I mentioned that earlier, I really like that. It's my favorite career in the game right now. And I also love some of the objects that we got with it, like the money vault. And what else? I feel like I'm missing something. But I remember, yeah, just like, I really like this expansion overall. The fame system is pretty good too, because you don't have to specifically be an actor to be famous. You can get famous in a variety of different ways. Oh yeah, the music creation station, the video creation station, where you can basically become a YouTuber. Very relatable to me, so yeah, Get Famous, I would still say, is overall, like, one of my favorite expansions for this game so far. Island Living, though, nope, I wouldn't say can live without, because I really love the world of Sulani, but, oh man, like, you just aren't able to follow your Sims underwater, like, it's a rabbit hole. So, in a way, like, that personifies literally this pack being shallow. You can't even go deep in the ocean. It really feels like this pack was just not finished, or maybe it was supposed to be a game pack initially. It's just so weird. This pack looks so good in the trailers, and then, oh man, it really could have been one of the best expansions ever, but this really needed more time to cook. Yeah. But Discovery University, I would say I love this one, because this one surpassed my expectations. I remember it was kind of weird how the marketing was a bit low-key compared to some others, and I was like, you're listening to the fans! You're putting out something we've actually been asking for! University should be screaming from the rooftops. But I think this turned out really well, like how you can actually go to university from any world instead of being forced to go to the one world. And bicycles were brought back, though I really think they should have been in the base game. But, oh yeah, same for the toilet stalls too. That's really weird how they kept that exclusive. So some weird exclusives, but still, overall, I really like this expansion pack. And also Brightchester being in the UK. It's our only UK-based world at the time of making this video. Hopefully there'll be more. But yeah, I do wish Brightchester was a little bit bigger outside of the campus. Otherwise, I'd play in Brightchester way more. Eco Lifestyle. You know what? I think I'd actually put this in Need It. It was really buggy when it first came out, but for the most part, it's fixed. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with the eco footprint meter. It's working a little bit better now that I took out some mods, but yeah, it's a little odd with the main feature, but there's still stuff that I really enjoy using, especially the crafty aspects, like the juice fizzer, the candle making, the fabrication. All that stuff I think is really good. The bug house is kind of interesting too, and being able to have all the different ways of influencing the industrial or green eco footprint, so you can have wind turbines, Really need cars though. That would make it even better. So they can have eco-friendly, or for the most part, I guess they'd be industrial footprint cars. But Evergreen Harbor is pretty interesting too. It's not my favorite world, and I'm getting tired of US-based worlds too, but I really like how you can actually change how it looks depending on what neighborhood action plans you have. And I think they're a pretty good idea too, that kind of helps bring the neighborhood more together, but there's some really annoying ones, like sharing is caring, and we wear bags and that sort of stuff. Though thankfully there are some mods that replace a couple of those now with things that I think are much better. But yeah, I think that's enough about eco lifestyle. Let's move on to Snowy Escape. It's still somewhat recent, but I think I would put it at around the same as City Living, just a bit below it, because I do wish there was a little bit more in Snowy Escape that could be more replayable and used in all worlds, because especially with the skiing and the snowboarding and the sledding, they're really fun to watch, but they're only in that world, as well as the mountain climbing. So that doesn't really leave as much. But Mount Komorebi, beautiful world, probably one of the best worlds they've ever done, really. But yeah, even that, one of the worlds, one of the neighborhoods, Wakaba, is a little empty when the youth festival isn't there. And then, yeah, I do wish they had done a bit more with Snowy Escape. It's fun, but in the long run, I do wish there was more content in there. Like, if they had put hotels, that would have been really good. But I guess we're gonna probably get a game pack for that, like we did with Dine Out and the restaurants. The holiday DLC, I've never seen a rankings list with this included. Actually, I saw Steven, he ranked this at the top. Need it. I don't know where I would put this. I mean, there is good stuff in it, I will say that. Good, maybe? I guess so. Over the years, they've updated this with some interesting material, like how they even updated it with a variety of different holidays, and also sort of like some decors for like people celebrating the holidays, like Down Under. But yeah, I guess I would say it's good overall. So the Outdoor Treat game pack, yeah, we're at the game packs now. So I would probably put this at either meh or okay. I think I'm gonna put it at meh. I don't know where I'd put it amongst these expansions here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just put it below the expansion packs here. But yeah, I do wish Outdoor Treat had more stuff in it. It was the very first paid DLC they put out for the game, because I feel like they improved upon this sort of like traveling formula with Jungle Adventure much later. But where was like the log rolling competitions from Bon Voyage and some of the other, like the axe throwing? There could have been more activities included in this pack, then I think it would have been at least okay or good. But it does kind of feel like you need seasons for this to be a lot better. Spa Day. I think I would actually say I can live without it. I do like the yoga, but other than that, I barely use this game pack at all. So, yeah. Dine Out, I would put... I think I'll put it at... either okay or lower good, because for me at least, the pack works fairly well. Sometimes the queue gets dropped when you're trying to order stuff from the menu, but most of the time it works pretty well for me now. Maybe I'll just put it in okay for now. But yeah, I do like how you can run your own restaurant and you can decide the menu, and then you can have sort of like different themed restaurants, especially if you have packs like City Living or Jungle Adventure. Then you could do sort of like cultural themed restaurants, which I think is really neat. But I do wish there had been a world with it so we'd have more room to place our own restaurants. Even if it was the size of Magnolia Prauna, that would have been better than nothing, I think. And also, I kind of wish we got the nectar making from World Adventures back in that pack. I think that would have made sense. But at least we do have the juice fizzing now from Eco Lifestyle. Vampires, need it. This is such an awesome pack. I was just blown away by this. This really proved that more could be done with occults in the Sims franchise. I feel like most of the time they were just like an afterthought. but vampires really just made the vampires so much better than they were in the previous games, and I love revisiting this pack. It's so great with the skill tree and all that. The world is pretty weak though. I wish Forgotten Hollow had more lots, but this was still a really great pack. So if you love occult gameplay, you should have this one already. Parenthood also, need it. I do play with a variety of Sims, but I do play with families quite often, so Parenthood is very essential for me. It does not replace Generations, we still need a Generations expansion pack. But what is here I think is pretty cool, and I love the sort of twist they did on family gameplay with the parenting gameplay and having Sims potentially growing up with different traits, so yeah, really cool pack. Jungle Adventure, I would probably put it in good. Yeah, maybe I'll just put it in here between the expansion packs and the free pack. But yeah, Jungle Adventure, I think, is a distinct improvement over Outdoor Tree. I felt like there was more to do. It was interesting, too, how the jungle was basically a semi-open world. And you couldn't even explore everything in one go because certain parts of the jungle would be blocked off. So there was more replayability, too. Because it's, yeah, I mean, other than the secret lots, the one secret lot in Granite Falls, you can, if you happen to miss that the first time, that's really the only thing. If you wanted to come back to Granite Falls more than once to see new stuff. But yeah, the Salvadoradian culture skill, that was pretty cool as well, and all the new foods, and the Rumba Sim dance, that's probably my favorite dance in the whole game. Yeah, really, really interesting pack. It doesn't really hold up to, say, like, World Adventures, but still, I think this was a pretty good pack. Strangerville? I think I'm gonna put this at, an okay, because it's not really all that replayable. I wish there had been more branching storylines. It's basically, oh, you succeed in defeating the mother, or she eats you. I wish it had gone in more directions than just that. Then maybe this would have ranked a lot higher, but mainly it's just like, okay, Strangerville is a pretty nice world. I like it more as a desert type world than Oasis Springs, personally. And the laptops, but now we have Discovery University, and there's one in the base game too, in the freelancer careers as a reward, so I don't know. I feel like, oh, the military career, I'm glad we finally got that back, but yeah, I just feel like there isn't enough there that's replayable beyond the story. So, Realm of Magic, need it. Actually, I'll place it above these two, because it's actually my favorite game pack, because it's like, even though it wasn't as, like, strong a first impression as Vampires, it still was overall a little bit of an improvement, I think, with the skill trees and all that sort of stuff. And overall, I do like Spellcasters more as an occult than Vampires. And I do like Glimmerbrook. Again, that and the Magic Realm I wish had been bigger, and I do wish there had been more story. I remember in the live stream they explained this whole thing about how, like, oh, like, everything's hanging the balance, it's just barely just staying together because of the sages, the world's crumbling and all that, but it really doesn't feel like that. There's no storyline to follow there. It doesn't feel like you really have an impact on the realm at all, so I do feel like more could have been done there. And also, I'm surprised there weren't any cross-pack spells, like, say, in how in Making Magic with The Sims 1, I'm pretty sure you could turn your pet into a human if you wanted to, or... Oh, wait, was that the only one? Maybe there was. I was just wishing that maybe in Realm of Magic there was one you could, like, make yourself instantly become famous or something like that. But still, I would need this pack for sure. I love having spellcasters in The Sims. Oh boy. Journey to Rabbit Holes can live without, for sure. Just, do I really need to explain this? I've ranted about this pack so many times. It's... and I love Star Wars too. That makes it just... that hurts me even more. Oh man. The kits. Yep, I'm just gonna put them all here. Same thing. I've ranted about this many times. I don't think I really need to explain this again. They're overpriced, and we already have so much niche content in The Sims 4. It's ridiculous. Please, just don't do any more of these. We're probably gonna get more of these, but I really wish we didn't. At least the items are nice, most of them. Especially, like, I like the throwback Fit Kit clothes, and I do like the idea of vacuuming in The Sims, but it's so buggy. So, yeah. Luxury Party also can live without. This was the first stuff pack. Yeah, we're doing all the stuff packs now, so this one was just, yeah, just really underwhelming. Not really using much from it other than maybe a couple of cast items. Perfect Patio, especially now that there's a hot tub in the base game, also can live without. This is basically a kit. Maybe I'll just place it next to the kits now. It's because it's just like, oh, well, the selling point of Perfect Patio is the hot tubs, and now there's one in the base game, so really not worth as much. They should just permanently slash it to like at least $5, if not even less than that. Cool kitchen stuff. I can probably live without this one too. I do like the ice cream. I feel like how detailed the ice cream is with the amount of options is not appreciated enough. But still, I can probably live without it. It is good with Dine Out too. It pairs pretty well with that, so you have more options for desserts. Spooky stuff, I think I'm gonna put it at a meh. I wouldn't quite say it can live without. My green llama character exists because of the, like, yeah, the llama costume that came with this, but still, like, yeah, the costumes are really cool. The costumes are really cool, even if I don't get to use them super often, and yeah, with seasons it's a little bit better, but yeah, I think I'll just put it at a meh. Movie hangout stuff, I do need this one, so yeah, I'm gonna put it right in that tier. I use the movies quite a lot. I love the Create a Sim items. I love the furniture. Though I guess I don't use the furniture as often as I'd like, but I still love it. And the popcorn maker I use sometimes. I use it more than the ice cream machine, I think. Even though there's the whole Tommy issues. But yeah, I would put it at needed. I think this is a pretty good stuff pack. Romantic Garden, yeah, I can live without this one too. I just like the objects I don't really use that much. It's kind of boring, really. Kids room stuff. Absolutely need this one for sure. Because I love the Void Critter gameplay in this. It's so fun. I like the puppet theater as well. It almost feels like a mini game pack to me in a way. I use this pack so much, and I love the furniture and the cast items too. It's all for kids. There's actually no adults Create a Sim items, which is good. We already have so many in the other packs. Yes, like if you like family gameplay, you should already have kids room stuff. Very, very good pack. Backyard stuff. I love this one when it first came out, but I don't know if it's really aged as well. Maybe I'll put it in good. I do like the bird feeder. The bird animations are kind of weird though. And the slip and slide I don't get to use all that much. I do like the colorful outdoor furniture. That is pretty nice. But, oh yeah, and the round tables. We got those big round tables for the first time with that stuff pack as well. So, yeah, I think good is a good spot for it. Vintage glamour stuff, I can probably live without this one. I don't really use the butlers that much because I don't play with rich families all that often. The vanity table I pretty much never use. The glow bar I kind of use sometimes because I love the animation where the kids can actually break the glasses inside, but yeah, I can live without this. If I did play with rich families more often, maybe it would be at least good or okay, but nope. Bowling stuff, I don't know if I would say I can live without it, because I do like having bowling in The Sims. It's just that I don't really use it all that much. Maybe I'll just put it on meh. I do like how bowling has its own skill, and I like the mid-century furniture. That's really cool, but yeah, I think putting it above meh might be giving it too much credit. Here comes another hot take with fitness stuff. I need this one because I really love the Create a Sim items. It's become a bit of a meme where, like, on pretty much every sim that I make, I use at least one item from this pack. Really nice cast items. So that's actually the selling point for me more than the rock climbing treadmill. I do like using it. I do wish there was an exercise bike though. That would have made this stuff pack even better. And also the workout programs on the TV, that really helps a lot if you don't have a lot of space and if you don't want to like place down the base game workout equipment and you don't have space for it. But the furniture is pretty nice too, even though I'm not into modern furniture as much, but I like the particular style of that one where it's more like nature meets modern sort of thing. Toddler stuff, oh wow, I wonder if I could Could I live without it? Maybe, especially with custom content. Because, like, yeah, the ball pit, the slide I don't really use that much, and the items I use somewhat, but not a whole lot, so maybe I'll just put it can live without. It's really interesting. I probably would have placed this higher a year or two ago, but yeah, I guess maybe this is just another pack that hasn't aged well, and opinions change, so laundry, would I say I need it though? I mean, I really love this pack, but would I say that I need it? This is part of the reason why I kept the names the same, because I felt like it would be sort of interesting that way, instead of just putting like, oh, it's standard god tier or whatever. It's very, like, good for realistic gameplay and that sort of stuff. I love the items in it, and I like the off-the-grid stuff. Well, I guess it would feel a little weird if I didn't have it, so maybe I'll just put it, like, yeah, I'll put it above fitness stuff, but I'll put it, like, lower end of need it. Oh boy, my first pet stuff. Do we really need to talk about this? Oh, yeah. After this, the stuff packs went on break for like about a year, and then Moschino came next, which is also the next one we're gonna rank. So, I can probably live without this one too, because, yeah, the photography stuff's kind of nice, but I don't really use it all that much. So, I think I'll put this... Well, I'll put it above Vintage Glamour, and I guess... yeah, I'll put it, like, here. Yeah. Tiny Living. This one's pretty good. Would I say need it? Not necessarily. But I think... Would I say that I love it, though? Probably not. I think I'll put it above Backyard here. Yeah, I do like the sort of, like, challenge in build mode where you're trying to fit it into a certain, like, lot size and stuff, and I like the items and the Murphy bed we got back, which was good, but I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. It's just kind of funny how little as in love it. Oh, Nifty Knitting. I think I would... Oh, well... Yeah, see, here's the thing. I would actually say Nifty Knitting is my favorite stuff pack right now, but would I put it in Need It, though? It's kind of odd. I think I'm actually going to put it in Love It, because I love Nifty Knitting stuff. Plopsy's cool. The knitting system is pretty interesting, too, like unlocking items in Create a Sim. And some of the other gameplay that came with it, too, is quite fun. And they put Yarny in it. And the cast items are a bit of a flop. I feel like we voted for the wrong ones mostly. The boots are really nice though. But the objects I would say are pretty solid. But it's just like, yeah, would I say I need it? Probably not as much as some of those other stuff packs, like on the Need It tier. And last but not least, Paranormal. Okay, I think I would also put in the same. I'll put it a little bit below Nifty Knitting. I think I do like Nifty Knitting more than Paranormal, but I love occult gameplay, and I think this stuff pack was really well done. I really hope that future stuff packs can be at least close to the quality of Nifty Knitting and Paranormal, because even though I do wish they would stop making stuff packs, at least if they make them more worth the money, then that's good, right? So... yeah, I definitely feel like Paranormal is worth the $10 US. And, yeah, the freelance career, that's really cool. Feels like an active career because you actually follow the sim over to another lot. And, yeah, the furniture reminds me of my 90s childhood, too. Cast is pretty cool. Dr. Ashley made that awesome haunted house, too. Overall, really solid pack. Yeah, it's really interesting looking at this now. There's a lot of stuff where it's like in the extremes, like can live without or need it. And then there's not quite as much in the middle. There's some stuff in good, but like until we got towards like the end here, there is barely anything in Love It. So, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Where would you rank all of the packs? And, yeah, like I said earlier, I will leave the link in the description below. Thank you so much, Spring Sims, for making this. And, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for now. It should be interesting to see where we'll be in a year or two from now, and I'll probably do another one of these. Hopefully Steven will update this, because, I don't know, we might get a game pack soon, maybe we won't. It felt like this was a good time, though, because usually at this time of year, we're like in a massive drought and there's no packs for a good long time. We'll be getting some free updates, though. But yeah, be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest gaming content, including life simulations and more. So I'll talk to you all later. And have a great day. Thanks for watching!